Bali like 3 years ago on a little boys trip with a few mates from Perth and so.
I was there with several friends. Paul was staying in the same hotel and I'd seen him there a few times. He eventually came over and introduced himself and we got talking. Then later that night I saw him again while we were out and he came over and asked if I would like to go out the next night with him and his friends to play a few games of pool.
But yeah, we're staying at the same hotel and saw a nice looking girl by the pool that I thought it'd be good to have a chat to, and sort of came back. I went down to Margaret River and lived there, and she went back to Rockingham and just caught up, and yeah, kept on hanging out a bit after that, just got a bit more serious, and now the lucky man I am today. Once we left Bali, like, really enjoyed each other's company, and I guess I liked her and I think she liked me, and yeah, we continued on down in WA. So I worked away at the time, but I'm not sure if I really asked. I think I did ask her to be my girlfriend, and lucky enough for her to say yes. Very stoked and happy, and Claire's a real top girl.
Paul proposed to me late last year in November.
Yeah, put a little bit of thought into it. A little bit nervous, but took her on a little private helicopter charter ride. Like I went to Jandakot, didn't tell her what we were doing or where we were going.
It was quite a surprise. We were going away for the weekend, or that's what he told me. He took me to Jandakot Airport and we got on a helicopter and flew to Rottnest. He said we were having lunch there and we spent a couple of hours walking around.
Yeah, went out to over the island of Rottnest and got landed there, and she still didn't pick up on it. And then went on a little walk along the beach and did it on the beach there. No one was around. It's quite cool.
Rottnest, and yeah, he proposed to me. We then had a couple more hours there, had some lunch in one of the restaurants and came home. Everyone already knew, so my parents already knew, and we went straight round to their house and had a few drinks with them and celebrated. And I think what surprised me the most is Paul said he was going to drive me to Perth to stay the night, and I think I was more surprised when a limo turned up to pick us up from my mum and dad's house, and I think I cried then instead of when he asked me to marry him.
And she said yes, which was very nice of you, Claire, thank you. And he got the helicopter back to Perth, and then got a little limo from Rockingham to Perth and went to a nice hotel and dinner, and yeah, I think she was very happy and it was a nice night. So. We
went on a trip late last year to Europe, and we went on a Kentucky bus, and Paul thought it was a great idea to buy an iPad for the trip, and all he did was play his board games and did not let me play with it at all. And there was one game called Plants vs Zombies, and
Plants
vs Zombies, and every time I see anyone playing that game, usually little children, I think of Paul playing his little board games on our holiday. I'm not a game person.
Where are see yourselves in 5 years' time, eh?
I think we've kind of made a bit of a plan. Paul's hopefully not still working away. We see ourselves living in Bali.
Bali, baby.
Doing lots of travelling, travel some countries.
Probably just pay a bit of the mortgage off too.
Yeah, pay our house off back here in Perth. Just make the most of
living life in mid-30s.
Yeah, enjoying ourselves. When I first met Paul, I thought he was someone who was very friendly and very kind. I don't know, I think we just clicked straight away and felt very comfortable around one another. And I just think after the first couple of weeks of getting to know one another, I thought he was someone special. Paul worked away at the time, so we did spend a lot of time apart, but then when we were together on our breaks, it was a good time and we did lots of fun and exciting things, and I just think I knew pretty early on that, yeah, he was special and he was the one.
Guess at what point I knew you were the one, Claire? Maybe quite early on, like I really realised I loved you, and I was happy to spend as much time as possible together, and Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly when I thought about getting engaged, but maybe after a couple of years, and just realised that what we have is something quite special, and I was happy to spend the rest of my life with you. I reckon they're good.
Oh.
I've done a couple good ones. Probably 3 poems I've written for Claire.
Paul writes poetry.
Not much anymore, I've been back out too much.
It was sweet at first, he'd write nice little poems, and then, I don't know, you've done a few that, to me, just, I mean, they're still sweet and they're still kind, but yeah, they don't make sense.
Yeah, about the last one, like...
Yes, you made a very good effort. The last one, you engraved on a bit of wood.
Got a little silver solder burner, burned, engraved, etched the words into the poem. Oh, a masterpiece. Still didn't like it.
He wanted it to hang up on the wall, so we compromised, and it's hanging up in the wardrobe.
You hid it away. If there's a twinkle in my eye, if there's a sparkle in my eyes, because you put it there. If there's a smile on my face, it's because of you. If there's a hope now in my life, it's that our love can stay true and that our friendship can blossom like a tree. Because in this world, baby, you mean everything to me. You suck.